stay of execution, which stayed that imposition by the court. And the court appeal has vacated that stay. Therefore, he has gone back because that order has expired. It was made pending the motion notice. Now he has gone back to get reauthorization,
which he has now received. He has got a renewed order empowering him to act as national chairman.
So, from a legal point of view, basically, he has a stronger position because, one, the case is before the court, and the court has now taken charge and has provided him as an interim national chairman acting because he was the one who the court gave the order prior.
But that doesn't seem to have ended this
it won't end it because
APC, we're told, is now shopping for Giadom's replacement already. But what exactly does this mean for the fortunes of the APC at the elections? Because some are already saying it's becoming clearer that APC might not even have a candidate.
Clear. I mean, we are building to a legal disability because first, assuming Hillary Etta, who is now the one that the remainder of the NWC seem to prefer because she's already come from the same zone, South-South, but more importantly, because she's a member of the NWC, but of a lower ranking, because the secretary is the next after the deputy chairman, not the vice chairman. Okay. Now, what that means, therefore, is that Harriet continues to conduct the primary. Now, if that primary goes ahead and the court order, ultimately court appeal says that Giadom, who has the court order, it means that the primaries, the processes are all illegal and could be nullified upon application in court. So basically, the APC is trading on a very difficult, risky ground that, caused by leadership confusion. They needed to clear this out to have a clarity as to who will be their candidate.
And the question then would be, what would be the way forward for the APC? Because according to the DG of Progressive Governors Forum, he says things are falling apart with no leader, that APC seems to be a rudderless
The DG has been very, very consistent in the past asking for NEC, because essentially the problem they have is that they've not had convention, with the ought to have convention to elect officers.
There's no board of trustees.
Yes, and the board of trustees is not considered, which is advisory, but NEC has not been meeting in a proper democratic. That's been rather a case of, for example, nominated by the party leader. That's not what the constitution recognizes. So if they go to court, likely, most of those people who are appointed through those internal process without going to the party's constitution will be found defective. So primarily the crisis is lack of leadership. They should constitute the NEC meeting, they should have the BOT, and of course people have said the president should intervene. It's not by basically overriding decisions. The president intervenes by kind of modeling rule behavior, calling to order those who probably have incentive to break the rules because of strategic political gains.
And maybe see how they can meet each other halfway.
Exactly, the body language and really speak in politics sets the parameter for behavior. So it's not like the president is being asked to overrule, that would be authoritarian. It's the president to come to signal to everybody that, look, let's get back to the rules. We thought that when they had that meeting, before Adams purported Ulster, that would have been an opportunity for the president and the NEC to meet and clarified themselves the leadership structure in APC.
Is it possible that APC as a party may have lost its vision?
So the leadership structure in APC.
Is it possible that APC as a party may have lost its vision for wanting to bring change to the Nigerian space, to Nigeria's democracy, to governance, to Nigeria's politics?
Yeah, APC was a contraption. It has made a contraption. So primarily, there are two ideological blocks, the Tinubu's so-called progressive, and of course, they call it the conservative CPC, and then other people were adopted from the fourth PDP, new PDP, ABGAD, or those ones didn't have much. But essentially, the merging of those contradictory perspectives didn't happen. Just like in corporate organization, culture clash. If you don't work at the level of merging the culture and clarifying corporate culture, then you have that functional cooperation. So in political parties, if you don't create that didn't happen. That didn't happen. So that's when the first time of Buhari's administration, complained by the ACN, the Chichirubu side about being sidelined. Clearly,
and the CPC saying they have brought more to the table than
so
every other.
Primarily, APC was not designed in a manner that should guarantee the degree of solidity that it needs for a party to continue. It's easy to remove PDP, but it actually has proved more difficult to become the alternative in terms of solid party organization and, of course, governance.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Dr. Sam Amadi, as always, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Moving on, Justice Minister Abubakar